Hello guys, I am the amazing Reddit and this is going to be my first YouTube video. So let's just jump right into it. This first story is going to be called, Yes, Your Deaf Kid Does Need to Follow the Rules. Yesterday, I had a closing Saturday shift when a 3-person family walks in, a mother and 2 children. The children are acting wild, which is unusual for toddlers. Which is usual for toddlers. They start to run on the deck and climb into the hot tub, so we blow the whistle and room brand. They don't react, so we figure out they were deaf. Time for plan B. One of my worst pet peeves is when people don't read the clearly posted rules on the wall saying things like don't run, don't dive, and hot tub is for 18 and older only. So, since I'm in charge, direct quote from coworker, I write a note to the mother and politely ask that she control her children and remind her that since they were non-swimmers, she had to be in the pool with them rather than sit on the benches with her phone. Well, she clearly didn't like that, but signed that she understood and complied. Later on, the kids were still acting like brats. The boy had taken to hitting other people in the pool with a noodle. This is a big no-no. Another note, another compliance. And the boy was back to running on the deck and playing in the hot tub. The girl ran on the deck, jumped into the lap pool, couldn't get out, and wouldn't cooperate when we tried to rescue her from the deck by handing her a boy and trying to pull her in. I had to jump in, take her out, and carry her back to Mama. Sopping wet and unhappy, I put my clothes in the sauna to dry off and just went about in my swimsuit and froze for a while. To give you some idea of how long we had to deal with poor behavior, note writing, and insincere compliance from the mother, the incident with the little girl in the lap pool was about halfway through their visit, and my clothes and suit were dry before they left to go change in the locker rooms. Cue more bad behavior as the mother tried to get their things together. By that time, all of the guards, 3 of us, were exhausted with them and just one of them gone. But little did we know, the nightmare wasn't over yet. After they left the deck, I took my break to eat lunch and do homework. The children were streaking up and down the hallways. Slick hallways plus high traffic plus obstacles equals disaster. And once again, it was my problem because I was the personnel nearby. I stood in their way and let them run into me at full speed, in spite of my gesture to stop and, being in their freaking way. Then I used my limited ASL vocabulary to tell them running bad. I don't even know if I was doing running right, but I did my best because I didn't have a notebook with me. Then I took their hands and brought them back to their mother in the reception area. They spotted the stuffed animals up on the counter, and I kid you not, right in front of their mother, they just grabbed them and took them. They used the accessible door as I was trying to get them to stop, waving my arms for their attention like a madwoman, and looked in disbelief at their parent. For context, these stuffed animals had been in that place on the desk since Christmas. They were part of a fundraiser, and each one was $500 each, or I would have bought them and taken them home by now. They had names, people. They were practically members in their own right, and these 2 brats, who had been causing chaos on the deck and endangering the elderly people who walked in the hallways, just ran off with Mitty and Thrawn. Yeah, Star Wars nerd, shut up. Well, I wasn't having it. I had had enough. This was inexcusable behavior. I ran out after the 2 brats and their mother in the pelting rain and got between them and their car. I squatted to their level and held out my hand. When they realized they weren't going to be allowed to take the toys, they threw them in a mud puddle. The mother just looked at me like I was a complete freak. How dare I enforce the rules of the pool, the community center that gave them a free membership, and society, as I squealed like I had been burned and snatched the toys out of the mud. I get attached to inanimate objects like stuffed animals, and I had always loved these cuties. Everyone did. I had had enough. I didn't want to deal with these people anymore. It wasn't my job now that they were outside and it was pouring rain. I held the dirty stuffies to my chest and ran back inside, just so upset that I completely ignored rotation and went to the bathroom to clean them off before taking them to the sauna to dry. Luckily, my lifeguard friends are respectful of the oddities and had shifted the rotation when I didn't show up. I apologize profusely, and donuts tomorrow are on me, but I've spent the whole night upset. How can people be so casually entitled? I agree with this person so much. How can people be so entitled? She disobeys all of the rules of the pool. And when they get mad at her, she's like, "What is wrong with you? Why are you getting mad at me when I'm the one disobeying the rules?" It's just ridiculous. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this story. Yes, your deaf kid does need to follow the rules. Like and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye.